Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 213 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up,
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool Blazer.
And you know who's on the other end with him? We are.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Check it out, homie.
Check it
I feel left out on this episode because both of these fools are on the West Coast. And I'm over here on the East Coast, tired as hell. It's late as fuck over here. And these guys, looks like it's still daylight over there.
It is, yeah. It's still blue skies, actually. It's really lovely.
Yeah, no, I know. It's depressing. It's depressing.
Beautiful
I'm
day
sleepy.
over here in sunny
It
California.
has been a very
Sunny
wonderful
California.
day.
It was actually a really nice day here, too. All day. It was nice. It was actually nice in New
I
York.
believe it.
Yeah.
It's actually been pretty good this past week or whatever back home, but it's a nice time over here. Dave's treating me to a nice time at
Casa de Blazer.
de Blazer.
Bro, you got to let me know how that guac is, bro, because...
Aren't you
Fuck.
allergic to guac?
I'm allergic to guac.
Oh, what the
So
fuck?
We're having carne asada, I believe.
We are.
Carne
We
asada.
have some carne asada tacos today. So
Okay.
I'm also looking forward to that because if it ain't guac, it's taco night. So
You know, I have a guac intolerance. I have an avocado intolerance, and I'm pretty sure
And you
at
just
some
don't give a
point
fuck.
it's going to turn into an allergy full blown. But as of right now, it doesn't fuck with me. So I'm going to continue to enjoy it.
So explain intolerance then.
So an intolerance, I took an intolerance test years ago, and that was the surprise, right? I knew
Gotcha.
that I'm allergic to shrimp. So that popped up on an intolerance test as bright red. And essentially the intolerance test means that if your body's intolerant to it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have an allergic reaction or something, but it might affect you negatively, like in your gut. So, and you know, like the next day or a day or so, you may feel more lethargic. It's just not going to make you feel the best, but you won't know that it was that thing because you ate that shit yesterday. So today it's something else. So you're you're probably, connect it to something that you just ate, and it was actually what you ate
Gotcha.
before. So it was that. It was shrimp, which I wasn't surprised. It did surprise me that avocado was bright red also, and dill, of all things.
Ooh. Like pickles? Can you
Yeah,
fuck with pickles?
I don't
just
fuck
dill.
with pickles, no, but just dill. Yeah, like the
Like the
herb?
herb?
Yeah.
yeah,
Herb dill?
yeah.
Interesting. I was
It
just
was.
wondering if maybe so nothing like I don't have like a wild ass reaction when I have avocados, but my throat does start to like itch.
Yeah, that's you should probably stay away from that. But see, I don't feel any of that. I don't feel any of that when it comes to avocados, but I know that I'm
You just
intolerant
gotta
to it, so
rip
I don't get
ass.
it every time. No, it doesn't even do that, bro. It doesn't. It's
symptoms.
not like
asymptomatic intolerance.
Not bad.
right. So it's an intolerance, and maybe down the road it may start affecting me a little harder, but I don't know. So far, that's why I was upset by it, because I would eat.
Yeah.
I was like, at the time I was addicted to avocado toast and shit. So so I was eating that shit on the reg. I think I was still at Apple, and I would go to Village Bakery and get their avocado toast. That shit was fire, and I was loving it. And then they tell me that shit, that I'm intolerant to it, like my body doesn't like it.
Be like,
And I was like, man, fuck that shit. So, yeah. Pretty
As
much.
long as they're good, as long as there's no bad side effects,
No.
just keep rocking with it.
Word.
I mean, until one day I'm on my deathbed and they go, It was the avocados.
It was the avocados that got him. He loved
like,
his
fuck.
toast, that boy.
He loves it. Yeah, I haven't had avocado toast in a while, so I probably need to
Good.
go back to that. It's delicious.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Be careful, dog.
Maybe stay away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
All right, let's we're killing a lot of time today.
We are.
Just burning.
Yeah,
time.
burning time, not killing time. You're right. So let's jump right into some icebreakers.
Did you get anything seeded
Yeah,
to us?
no, I was thinking
No.
that earlier. Like, there was no prep that was going to these, so I'm going to do my best. So
It's all
let's
good.
go. Give me one item, food, toy, anything from the 1990s that was discontinued that you absolutely would love to see back today.
Bro.
One thing. I know there's so much. I know there's so many
so
different
much,
things.
but
But
I have
you can only
two
pick one.
that pop up, but I'm gonna pick one.
okay, what do you got?
The Keebler pizzerias. It's pizzerias.
Oh fuck!
I think
dude.
that's what they're called.
What?
The pizzerias, yeah. The
Yeah, the
Keebler chips,
pizzeria.
the pizzeria chips,
Yeah,
white bag.
those pizza flavored chips by Keebler that were so heavily dusted in that pizza dust.
They were like
They
dark
were
red,
so
bro, like
fucking
like
good,
a burgundy almost,
Yeah.
like just crimson. These crimson pizza chips, bro. Yeah,
so
I can
good,
taste
bro.
them. I can taste them
I
right
can
now.
too.
Like when you just talking about them like that. Do
Oh,
you know?
those
Are
would
you
be
still
so
not
fire.
remembering these? The pizza.
No.
All right, hold up. I'm just gonna show you a picture of this bag, and
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
be like, "Oh, that's what you're talking."
And
about.
Pizzeria.
I've always been a fan of pizza flavored like chips and like the Pringles and all that shit for some reason. That artificial pizza flavoring, the fucking what are those?
The goldfish crackers does
The
a
goldfish
decent pizza
crackers,
flavor.
the fucking combos, pizza flavor. They're all fucking fire.
Do you not remember? I can't believe you.
I
Don't
mean, those looked like Doritos, and they were
know.
made by Keebler?
Keebler, look at the little
Yeah.
tree on the top, dog.
No, I see it. I just don't remember Keebler ever making chips.
Keebler
Do they make chips now, or are these the only chips they ever made?
I feel like
I
that
don't
was
know if they
like
make
one of
if they
the-
make any chips now. I doubt it. But if they brought those back, I'd be pretty happy. right, what do y'all got?
Absolutely, dude. So mine, oddly enough, was also a food. I can't recall the exact name. I want to say they were made by Nabisco. They were these like ready to go s'mores that like you would break off.
Oh.
Like they came in squares. They were like, you know, kind of perforated. You could break off a square and you would put it in the microwave.
Yes.
And the marshmallow would get fucking, you know, gooey and the chocolate would melt, dude. And it was the closest thing I remember to having a s'more without actually like going camping. I had seen the picture of them. I mean, I follow like this 90s page on IG or on actually on IG and Facebook, but somebody posted a picture of them and maybe I saved it just because
They're
I
called-
was so shook.
They're called Suddenly S'mores
Suddenly s'mores.
by Nabisco.
Yup, that is them. Oh my lord. And they were just like early 90s too. Like the picture looks like you can tell the quality is just maybe even late 80s, bro, but they were discontinued in the 90s. I remember smashing them as a kid. Never saw them again up until some nostalgia page had posted them, but
I love when that happens.
that was absolutely my go-to back in the day. I would kill to have them back. But the pizzerias was a really good one.
Oh, those were my favorite, bro.
I think about those sometimes too, just randomly. Like fuck, I'd fuck with some of those right. This
That
second.
and the Ninja Turtle cream
The
pies.
pies,
I used to fuck those up, bro.
Any 90s nostalgia for you, sir?
The 90s is so long away. So long ago.
So long ago.
And I've smoked so many blunts since then.
Same.
But refreshing here, I think the only one out of this list that I saw that actually brings any kind of good memories, and I'm pretty sure I enjoyed, was the High C Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler,
yes, I can
bro.
taste that
Cooler
too.
was good.
I could taste that too.
And I was on my Ghostbuster shit too, so that was extra dope because it was tying in and shit.
100%, yeah. That's what made it fancy.
Did they relaunch that? Not
I
or
feel
just
like
like
they
a
did.
special edition, something or other. Like,
I feel like most of these things have had some sort of like quick
Rebirth.
relaunch.
Just like they're
especially since the social media brings a lot of those.
retro shits back.
Yeah, it's just
Nostalgia.
somebody will post about it, 100 people will retweet it, and the companies are like, "Can we make money from this?"
Yes.
Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back. Let's have
How
a
much
contest.
does it cost us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that though. That's still,
Especially with
I'm
all
a
the
sucker
new
for it.
Ghostbuster shit,
yeah. The one that I saw on this list that I was kind of shocking to me. It could just be bad information. Fruitopia was discontinued.
Oh, a minute ago.
Fruitopia.
A minute
Yeah.
ago. I want to say it was
Wow.
discontinued though in like the early 2000s because I remember
That's what
having
it
it
says.
in high school.
Yeah,
and
it said it was
2003.
discontinued around 2003, but it was very popular in the 90s, which is true. I just didn't remember it. I thought Fruitopia was still around. I couldn't even tell you that it wasn't.
Discontinued 2003.
What
Yeah.
about Orbits? Was it Orbits? Like there's like
The
the
gum?
clear. No, not the Orbits gum. It was a clear drink with like little like floaty fucking bubbles
Orbeez?
in it.
I think it was
Was it Orbeez? Okay.
I think
No,
Orbeez.
Orbeez are the
The little
beads
toys.
those are the toys.
Oh.
The
I
one
know what you're talking about, though.
They were like 3 different flavors and you could feel them. They were almost
Yeah.
like boba, like I don't know, boba balls, like whatever those fucking
Yeah.
chunks are in boba tea. There was just little floaty things in them, and I remember it just.
Oh, it
being
is
the
Orbits.
gross- Orbits, okay, yeah,
it is
fuck y'all.
Orbits. Yeah,
Orbeez.
yeah. No, it is Orbits.
Orbits.
One of the drinks, and then we can move on, that I fucked with was Clear Fruit. Clear Fruit was my shit. I don't know if it's still around.
Clear fruit. I think
Yeah,
so.
I used to buy it at the corner store when I lived on Arbutus.
I
Quest.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah,
That the
absolutely.
cherry flavor on a nice hot day
Clear
when it's
fruit,
nice
yeah.
and cold.
But that was 2000s.
Yeah, that was early 2000s.
Yeah. 90s, you say clear, I think clear Pepsi.
Yeah, Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah,
Crystal
yeah,
Pepsi,
those
yeah.
are good. Those
Which,
are good.
people didn't like, but I enjoyed. I never had a problem with
I
Crystal
don't
Pepsi.
remember
I thought it was good.
I was really young.
I thought
when
that made a
tried it.
comeback.
It's probably one of those things that they brought back with, consumer demand. And then once those 120 people stopped buying it,
They're like, all right, we're done.
they're like,
Cut it.
okay, yeah, now we're losing money again. Go back to
Bring it back.
rebranding the cans all over again.
Yeah, they'll
like
call
they
it
always
something
do.
stupid.
So,
in like 5 years.
yeah, I'm reading on that, and it says in '93 it was discontinued mainly because the marketing strategy failed since it didn't taste too far from regular cola.
It was the same
and
shit.
Then,
It was
yeah,
just
it was the
clear.
same shit. And secondly, it had a higher price tag to it.
Oh,
So-
Fuck
that's
all
dumb.
that.
Yeah, so fuck that.
They charged more when they added less ingredients.
Bro, that is par for course, bro.
Word.
Like what the fuck? It's just like it's like you asking for an extra item and they charge you for it, yet
Yeah.
you remove items and they don't reduce the price.
Oh my god!
Like-
Just speaking about that, not to get too off subject, but
Sure.
I saw someone do like a really dumb experiment thing on Twitter where they placed the order through DoorDash or Uber Eats at, I believe it was McDonald's, and they removed everything, like no tomatoes, no mayo, all the way down to the bun, the lettuce, and it was nothing. There was no meat either. So and then he was like, let's see what happens. And then like the Uber Eats guy texted him back and was like, hey, so like you ordered this with nothing, so it's just going to be an empty box. Are you cool with that? He was like, yeah. And the dude ended up delivering him an empty box. And then, of course, the funny part was that they gave him a McChicken box instead of a burger box, which he ordered, and so he was still a little upset about the fact that it was an empty McChicken box. He was like, "Dude, what's up with this?" But the only reason I bring it up is because it was $16.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
Like, how do they charge you more money when you're removing things from the sandwich?
Right. That's my point. It's like they can charge you for extra cheese, extra, like whatever you get that's extra, they will charge you for. However, you remove that shit and it's still the same price.
Yeah.
no sense.
Especially because like my daughter orders plain. Like she just likes the
Bun and the
patty
burger.
and the bun. That's it.
Yep.
So like if I get her a Whopper, because she's 10, so she has a bigger appetite than the other kids, and instead of ordering her multiple burgers, I get her just one bigger one, and that shit is expensive for just the one sandwich, and she's not getting any of the shit with it.
Wow.
Right. So, but you just
I
gotta
can't even imagine what that looks like. Like, it just looks like 2 pieces of bread,
Just
right?
a big
two pieces of
hamburger.
bread and a patty in between. That's it.
Can you even see the patty? Does it stick
on
out
a
the
Wha-
edges?
Yeah, on a
when
Whopper,
there's
yeah.
nothing else? You
Yeah, on a Whopper it does.
It sticks out? Okay.
Yeah. A Whopper it does. But it just
imagine
hurts.
It looks like just 2 pieces
It just
of bread.
hurts. It hurts.
You take 2 bites in and then you get to the burger.
Right.
Yeah, it hurts to look at it. To
I
see her
believe it.
eating that shit. And then she starts taking more away, like she'll start ripping off the bread and eating less of the bread. It's just like, yo, what the fuck? Just eat.
Carnivorous.
Yo, you just threw away $4 worth of bread, girl. You gotta fucking pick that shit
facts.
up.
Nah, they would have charged me for that shit anyway, so whatever. All right, what's the next question?
All right. Your wife has been kidnapped. She's being held 30 minutes away, and you're going to drive to get her. It's a warm night. The windows are down. Do you turn on the radio? You listening to something? You going to listen to like a podcast, or do you just drive in silence for a half hour as you go to scoop her from these kidnappers? What's the play on the radio here? Are we listening to anything? We bumping something? Some fight music, like getting you jacked? What are we thinking?
Both of y'all are like damn near off screen right now. Just
My
letting you
bad.
know.
I was trying to catch his reaction.
No, you're good. You're good.
I feel like the first 15 minutes at least, I will be so focused on the, recovery that I would definitely be driving with no tunes. Nothing. It would just be silent. I would just be out. And then after like 15 minutes of me, talking to myself in my head and what I'm going to do and my plans or whatever the fuck is going on, then I'd suddenly be like, fuck, it's mad quiet in here. Why is there no music? Then I'd have to play something. And what would I play though?
Yeah, what's the mood
I
like?
might-
Like what are you thinking?
I might go with like EDM.
Ooh, okay.
Just something like fast paced. I like like no specific song that I could think of, but just something that's like high paced. Like I don't think there's any hip hop song that I could think of. Like I guess there's some that would like get you jacked up if you know that you're like
About
about
the
to get
Rough
into a
Riders
fight or
anthem.
something. Yeah, I guess. I feel like there's some, but they probably wouldn't pop into my head early enough, and then I'd spend the next 8 minutes searching through Apple Music playlists to try to find
Then you're
the
there.
right song, and then I'm in a whole different mind space. Nah, I'd probably just go quick to some like fast-paced music, whatever the fuck that is. That just keeps me in that same grind, go, and get there fast. Urgency, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you, son?
I would probably be in silence for all of it, because when I have shit on my mind, like I just sit there in silence. Obviously, like
Yeah.
when it comes to a lot of shit, like recently, with my brother and everything.
Yeah.
Like that night, I was just driving in just complete silence. I ended up in Hamlin somewhere, just because I didn't even think about where the fuck I was going or what I was doing. It's just silence.
Muscle memory.
So I probably would just drive in silence, trying to rush through. But if I was going to be blasting some music, I'd probably have to be, like you said, some shit that hypes me up. It'll have to be some old rap shit.
Yeah. What's the hype up music for you?
It's gonna be old school hip hop rap, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying type shit.
That's not bad.
G Unit, you know, like back in that time. Some Jeezy, you know, some early Jeezy.
I'm
shit
just
like
laughing that this is old school hip hop.
I know. Shit was all early 2000s, bro. That shit was 20 years ago. Dave, because we always get on side tangents, but Dave sent me some shit. I can't remember if he sent it to me or he sent it to the group, but it was like, it said something like, someone was trying to buy Vice City at the store or some shit, and he was like, "Oh, this retro game." He's like, "Yeah, they really captured the '80s." He's like, "No, I mean like it's retro. It's old now." And he's like, "What do you mean? This came out in early 2000s. I was in high school when this came out." And he was like, "Yeah, bro, that was like 20 some odd years." He's like, "You know what's funny is the time difference between now and when this game released was bigger than the time difference of when the game was released and the actual 80s when this was set. Like, we are now, the time has now passed further than that time frame." And the dude was just like, ugh.
It was like having back pains and shit. Yeah, dude, it was tough. It was tough to think about that shit. The dude was like, he's like, "I wasn't even born when this came out." Yeah. It's like, fuck, dude, he's right.
The look on Johnny's face right now is just utter.
He didn't think about that. I sent that to you. I think that was like Facebook Messenger. That was a random Facebook video I saw.
Messenger? What do you even mean?
I don't know. I see
we
random
do
reels
that
on
from time to
Facebook. Between our
Trump
Trump memes and our Make America Great Again shit, I send him funny shit and
okay, that makes more sense.
Semi-racist shit on Facebook. Yeah, it's pretty.
That tracks.
It's par for Facebook. No, I'm going to pick up, so I got a half hour. I don't know. I think a little bit, like you said, I think I would rock with some of the silence for a little bit, but I would want to get hyped, and I feel like I would throw on some Rage Against the Machine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Just because they always go hard, dude. Even like their non-hard songs are still pretty fucking hard, and I feel like there'd be some good pump-up music, but hopefully like it would just be like a chill exchange, and like it wouldn't, I wouldn't do anything crazy. Yeah. Yeah,
that's good.
See,
I might switch my music to Rage. I think Rage is a good one. I don't know why I say EDM. The more I think about it, I'm like, I'm not dancing.
That's why I laughed at that. I was like, what? EDM?
He's raving all the way to get her.
Oh, I got to get my mind off of this. I got to focus. It's just some EDM music.
That's very like
not
disorienting.
to get my mind off, but to keep me focused.
Yeah, get you hyped.
It would do the opposite for me.
But no, I like the Rage idea. That's definitely music I could. That it is still hype enough. But I don't know. Again, the BPMs is what keeps me going at a speedy pace.
You know what keeps me going? Celine Dion.
Very good. Yeah.
My heart will go on.
Will go on. That will keep me pumped, bro.
They're gonna show up to pick her up, just crying. They're gonna feel so bad for you. They're like, just take her, bro. Just take her.
It just reminds me of that one dude when the fucking GPS ruins the song.
Oh yeah, all the time. That still happens to me, dog. I can't, like, daily. That shit happens. The car just doesn't shut the fuck up, and I forget to turn it off. So
unless
you
I'm
gotta
on
use it everywhere.
Unless I'm on a trip that I've never been on, I silence that shit and I just look to make sure. You know what I mean?
Know what my GPS sounds like. Is it still Siri voice?
Shit is just silent.
Out here, like, we know where we're going, but we use the GPS to see how bad traffic's gonna be. It's
Yeah.
more of a time estimate.
Oh,
thing.
100%.
Yeah,
I just don't know
that
what it
tracks.
sounds like because I've had it on silence the whole time.
Damn, you could do that?
I don't even hear I don't even think it does like chimes or
Oh,
anything.
damn.
Like I just watch it. Plus, I mean, let's be honest. I've said it many times. The car drives itself most of the time.
Yeah, if I'm driving like within Rochester, that shit is on silent. But the other day I went to Buffalo. I took the kids to Buffalo, and there I was like, okay, well I'll have it on just in case. Like I don't want to miss an exit or do something because I don't drive to Buffalo that often.
Sure.
So I'm not that familiar with it. I'm sure I would have done just fine without it, but that was the only time where I rocked it with the sound. Other than that, that shit is silent. That shit is on mute.
No doubt.
Fair.
Next question.
All right, last question. It's going to be a either or, basically.
Okay.
You can have a pretty fucking big dick, and like we're talking, you know, probably in the 8 to 10 inch range. So very, very impressive dick. You know, not
Be
scarily
downgrade
impressive,
for me,
but
you know?
what's that? Yeah,
Be a
yeah. I mean, some of
downgrade
us
for
have
me,
to,
you
you
know?
know, make do with what we have. But let's say you were kind enough to step it down a couple notches.
Sure.
Um, But
Which
the
I-
thing is, with this big
which I-
dick comes pretty. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, big responsibilities, but also very poor stamina. We're talking, you know, maybe 5 pumps, and then it's go time. Or micropene, which is, you know, below average, well below average, something that you would want to probably cover up if you were at a urinal. Like you wouldn't want anybody
Sure.
seeing your shit.
Mushroom pea?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, pretty fucking close. But however, your bone game with that micropene through some miraculous doing is pretty fucking incredible. So big dong, terrible stamina, micro dong, big dick game, just in a small dick, obviously, because it's a micropene.
I don't know how that logic makes sense, but I'll play this game.
Logic?
I
No such
will take the big dick, and I'll say this is why.
Okay.
Women will generally tell you that they don't want to have sex for a long time. They want to get off a couple times. You get off, like that's ideal. So I'm just gonna make sure that I'm gonna make sure that you know I get her off in other ways before, because I know that that it's not gonna be long. You know what I mean? It's not gonna last me long. So
You are. I don't know. I mean, I think when they say they don't want to have sex for a long time, I don't think they mean 5 pumps, son. I think.
for sure.
You know, like
Yeah, 5 is a
10
little short.
10, 15
I'll have
minutes
to-
or so, that mediocre range.
micropene though sounds like really fucking small though.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean.
But-
so if I know that I'm getting off in 5 pumps, right? I'm doing a bunch of other shit
No, and
to
that's,
make sure she gets off a couple
that's-
times
that's
before
good.
I go.
That's very chivalrous of you, let's say, to take those responsibilities on. But think about getting head versus fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
they both feel good, but for the most part, I mean, you really just want to bang, right? Like, even you get head for a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
it's the last time you really just got head to completion. Does that happen a lot? Like, just full on head, that's it, no fucking. Like, you get your dick sucked, bust.
It
Good
has,
gay.
but no.
Sure, no, it definitely has, but is that like a common occurrence for?
No.
Okay,
No.
yeah,
Not for me.
not for me. Not that I want it to be. Like I said, like just a little.
Yeah.
Like, let's get going here, and then pound town.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true.
Honestly, I forgot what it feels like almost to just
I can't commit to
Just
a
get head
micropene,
till you
man.
bust.
No, yeah, that's
No, the micropenes, it's
Big
definitely tough. But if you're, you know, like ourselves, we're all in committed relationships, either married or engaged, like, you know, they're stuck with the micropene, right? It's not like we're in our single days and we gotta go out swinging.
Yeah, in that case, like, who the fuck cares?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, but you're not automatically getting a micropene after you've already solidified your relationship. No, you have to. This is like you've had a micropene, and she has to stay around. And you know, when she starts going like, I mean, his stamina is great. He lasts a long time, but honestly, like, it just feels like back when I was in college and I was humping my pillow, like, or in high school, you know, like.
Yeah.
But
I
he said you had big dick game.
It is big dick game. So she's bussing.
So she's busting. Like, she's not humping a pillow. Like, he said there was some magic with the micropene.
Yeah.
Where
maybe it vibrates a little.
Kind of, it feels like it's
because he's thinking he's fucking her and he's actually just rubbing her clit.
It's just shaking. She's like, it feels like scissoring.
He's like, yeah, you like that? And she's like, oh my God, it's so great. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right. Wish I had that big dick. We would have been done 20 minutes ago, bitch.
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm still sticking with mine. I can't. I don't know.
I think I'm going to go micropene. I want to bring it.
I like that for you.
I want to bring it. It tracks. It tracks.
I like that for you, bro.
I'm really trying to. This is a tough decision here.
Yeah.
It is. It is. A lot hangs in the balance here.
I think I might join you on the micropene.
Okay. Micropene train.
I agree with what Wak is saying. Girls don't want to fuck forever.
That's facts.
And that's a fact.
But as long as she's getting off.
But if she's getting off and I've got enough game that I've gotten her into bed already. So this is non-committed relationship, different Johnny, right? And I was able to bag this girl. Worst case scenario, we don't fuck again.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And eventually you're going to have to find somebody that's going to want to stay with you, right?
The one that enjoys the big dick game that I provide.
I feel like the big dick is more for you. You're the one that's going to be looking down on it when you're at the urinal or you're taking a piss.
There's a sense of
and
confidence,
it'll make you feel good.
Yeah.
I would feel great.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I do feel great day to day, just going through my daily life, knowing that there's a hanger right around the corner.
Yeah.
But she'll see it, for 5 pumps every other day?
Those 5 pumps, I feel like, you know, when you were talking about like the girl would say, oh yeah, it's really great, but after a while, you know, it feels like I'm fucking my pillow back in like old days. I feel like she would make the same comment. She's like, yo, my man got a schlong. However, he don't get more than 5 pumps in and it's over.
So
like,
I'm
it's
good.
not even worth having that.
That might be
all that tool.
It almost might work out because she might not be able to take much more of that. So the 5 pumps is enough if you could really bring it in those
fair.
5
That's
pumps.
Yeah, yeah.
Some damn good 5 pumps. Get some practice in.
Make them last.
5 pumps is
slow pumps. You could do slow pumps. You
so
gotta
fast.
slam.
You know how fast I'll go through 5 pumps?
You save them. Yeah. You pump, you pull out, and then you go down and you munch a little bit, and then you give another pump, and you spread out the pumps until she's ready to go.
That's the only way, bro, because you just
Shit. You could easily get 5 pumps out without
that would
thinking about
suck,
it. Yeah.
Bro. It's a good masturbation tool, though.
Just rub one out, man. Quick.
Rub one out in 5 seconds.
Bop, done.
And both of them have, like, when the relationship doesn't last, right, or you break up if it's bad, both of them are not good situations.
No, yeah.
Where, like, they're going to be talking mega shit.
Mega.
They're going to talk mega shit about the micropene is like, yo, he has the smallest dick I have ever seen in my life. But hey, like, it worked, but it worked.
Yeah.
And then it's like, he had the biggest dick I've ever had in my life, but that man could not last more than 5 pumps. So
no.
Yeah. So either way, It is what it is, right?
And you can't even waste a pump getting your shit ready before you bang her, like, because that counts as a pump, bro. Like, so there's no fucking around with it at all.
It has
you gotta
to be.
save
It has
those
to be
pumps.
penetration.
Yeah, save them for
Ooh,
pen.
that's tough.
Save
No,
'em for
I think I'm gonna go back to my girl.
Wait, you went to Big Dick?
No. Yeah, I was always there. I was
okay,
always there.
okay.
No, I did not go to Big Dick. I do not ever go to Big Dick.
Just want to clarify. Thank you. All right, that's all the questions.
All
All right, that's all we got.
All right, then. So then we will. We'll have Johnny bring out some.
You know what it's time for. News clips.
He's like, oh,
News
shit.
clips. Oh yeah. Let's see what happened today in the news since I was.
If you don't have
on
any,
an
I have
airplane all
some
day.
talking
Oh,
points.
what do you got?
I mean, I do have at least one,
Sure.
which I'm sure we're all aware of, but we haven't shared any real thoughts on yet on the show. So it was in the time since our last recording, it was revealed. I think it was a paper in California that got access to the video footage of Diddy stomping out Cassie in the hallway of a hotel back in 2016. And then that was publicized. Everyone knows that Diddy did it. And then he came out with a fake apology video. I mean, it's an apology video, but nobody really takes him.
Nobody
his word
believed
for
that
it.
shit.
That's been what y'all think about Diddy's
That
latest?
was honestly it was pretty tough to watch, dude. It reminded me of like do you remember the Ray Rice elevator?
Yeah.
Elevator, yeah.
Very similar, yeah.
It reminded me of that, where like it was just super vicious, dude. And I don't know what it is about like watching something on like CCTV, like a closed circuit security cam. It makes it look worse almost. I don't know what it was, but just like the different angles, and my man was in his robe, son. Like that's just no fucks given at all. Like in a fucking hotel, dog. And what did he pay off the hotel to? He bought that
Supposedly,
footage,
I don't know if that's if we have any evidence that happened, but allegedly, yeah, he gave him $50,000 to be silenced.
Damn.
Or to hide the
And
footage or whatever.
Do we know who dropped that? Like who dropped the actual footage?
Who released it?
Yeah, who released it?
I think it was a newspaper, and I think it was like the LA Times.
So journalists got their.
It was
hands on
journalists. It was TMZ, ET, someone in the journalism game got access to it, and they posted a story last week, late last week.
That hit. It was like Friday.
like Friday.
Right? I feel
wanna
like
say it was
I remember
Friday,
being at work and being like, "Oh shit, this is fucking."
Yeah.
He really did it. God
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, it was vicious, dude.
That was bad. And then he's obviously came under a lot of slack because of that apology. Most people were upset at the fact that he did not apologize to Cassie herself publicly. And obviously, like about a month ago, we joked about it in the group chat. But he was saying just a month ago, he was stating that time will reveal that my innocence or some bullshit like that. And with knowing that this shit happened, and highly doubt this was the only thing that happened. Right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
the one got caught on camera.
He was known for being a fucking asshole and fucking having these temper tantrums and fucking, you know what I mean? Like this is what he was famous for. And now that, there's videos that he put his fucking hands on a woman, like is it really that shocking to believe this? But anyway, with him, coming out and, giving that apology, everyone's pretty much just taking it like, now you're apologizing because you got caught. So you're not even sorry that this happened. You're just sorry that, that the video was released and now it's affecting you negatively. And it's impacting
Basically.
him. They were talking about, because I guess he got a key to the city, I think in
New York,
Miami.
right?
Was it New York or was it Miami?
I think it was New York.
okay, yeah, he had gotten the keys to the city, and the mayor was expressing that he was considering taking that back, like, you know, and obviously he already gave up his shares at Revolt and, you know, everything else that he was tied to. He gave up a lot of that shit. He cannot be charged for it because of the statute of limitations on this, so he can't be charged for that. But I think, like with everything else that has happened, you know, similarly, this is going to be the very first thing that just sparks a fucking snowball effect of other things that pop up, you know, other videos and shit. Because there are already people who are women who are coming forward saying, you know, he did this to me, he treated me this way years ago, and now the, you know, people are believing it. So
Yeah.
now we're probably gonna start getting more videos. I just saw some shit. I don't know how accurate it was, but 50 Cent sold the rights to Diddy Do It to Netflix.
Wait,
Which is
what?
why,
I can't wait to peep that.
because 50 Cent, actually what's funny about it is Boss
Sold the
Logic.
rights to Diddy Do It.
So Boss Logic came up with a fake
Yeah. Cover.
poster, cover that said Diddy Do It, and it had like, it looked dope or whatever. And 50 Cent shared that shit, right? And, you know, 50 Cent is Greenlight Gang, everything. So I'm pretty sure he probably trademarked that name or whatever and shit. So he came up with and he's been trolling fucking Puffy for a minute. Mm-hmm. So I saw something stating that he actually penned, you know, he sold the rights, I guess, to that specific title, and you know, called Diddy. What did Diddy do, or Diddy Do It, or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Which is pretty much a very anti-Diddy documentary.
Clearly, yeah, that's a very
and 50
biased
Cent doesn't give a
documentary,
fuck. 50 Cent does not give a fuck,
No.
single fucking fuck. So,
Not at all.
yeah.
That's why we love him.
That's,
Right.
That's. I'm just trying to figure what the hell does 50 Cent have to sell to Netflix?
I literally think, wasn't it like
Apologize.
just the
Like-
title and like the prop? Like
Yeah.
he didn't make anything or film anything. It was literally just like that title.
At the end of the
Like, how
day,
is that even a thing you can sell?
he trademarked it, right?
yeah, because the second that you do this, if you go, yo, trademark that shit right now. Diddy Do It? Because he probably saw the name, probably figured, you know, Boss Logic made it. Probably figured, hey, go check if this person trademarked this. If not, I need that. I need that
The
trademark.
trademark process takes so long. Like the allegations. Sorry, these allegations haven't even been going on. The allegations have, but like the Boss Logic poster came out like maybe 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, a month or two.
Like, I know there's fast tracking when you got enough money, but that just seems.
I don't think it's been 4 weeks. I think it's been more
6
than a
weeks?
month, bro. That this shit
2
has been
months?
going on.
8 weeks.
It's,
like,
I think, yeah, I mean, it's probably been going on for a few months now.
it's like a 4 to 6 month process to trademark something. I don't know. Regardless, it does. There's something there. I'm sure there's some sort of thing that can be put together. Maybe just a concept, like, hey, I have a concept for
Or an outline.
a documentary that I'm going to sell. Trust me, we'll get it together by the time you're ready to publish. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it was, he had the meetings and they agreed. They signed on for it. So, yeah. And I'm seeing things right now as far back as back when all of the accusations about with Cassie was back in November.
50's got.
Yeah, that's when the Cassie lawsuit happened. Was back in November. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was around that time that all of that shit started happening. and they came out with the covers and all of that shit. But
50's
back then
gotta
it
have
was
something, dude. Like it said that there was his production company,
Yeah, it
G-Unit
says
Film
G-Unit
and
Films.
Television Studio.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
multiple
he's-
episode. Like they gotta have at least a script of some sort and a plan, because it sounds like there was just ready to go. It just needs to be made.
Yeah. Yo,
No,
50 ain't
yeah,
fucking
so
around.
yeah, it says there's confusion around it because of the Boss Logic poster, but that's not officially Netflix. I'm not seeing anything that says he sold anything to Netflix specifically, but the documentary itself is in development and it's real, but it's not confirmed for any specific network yet.
Oh, I saw he posted it himself. It was an article saying that that an offer was accepted by Netflix.
No, that could be
so-
more. Yeah, it could be something more recent.
Yeah. That's
This
where I
one's
saw it. I
from
saw it on his
today.
own page. He posted that up.
5:26 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, after bidding war. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hey, yeah, he ain't fucking around, bro. Yo, 50,
I love it. I
yo,
love it.
50, don't fuck with 50, bro.
Nah,
50,
Troll 50 is my new favorite, dog.
Oh, he's the
used
best.
I used to be like, whatever. Like, he's just talking shit, but I don't know. He's been growing on me the more he does it.
Oh, I love it. It's been going on for years. He don't give a fuck, and he laughs about all of it. So
It's just
he was going after.
chicken's gonna come to roost at some point.
I hope.
though.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, if he has skeletons, he's fucked, dog. Because they will come
There's
out,
gotta be. There's gotta be.
right?
But the thing
all
about
that.
50, is he doesn't go out of his way. Like, he posts shit up, but it's never. All he does is he posts up already like an article that's already out there that he had nothing to do with, right? This is just an article. And then he posts up like a smart ass comment like, "Oh man, you can't be doing shit like that, bro." Or, or a little stupid shit like that. And that in itself is funny. And like his Puffy's son came out with a diss track because he was going hard after Diddy. His son came out with a diss track on him, so he started going ham on him. And just posting up mad different shit. He's just funny. He's a great person to follow. Meek Mill is talking shit to him, so he's posting up a lot of spicy shit about Meek Mill.
Yeah,
Cheeks Mill.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Cheeks Mill.
Yeah, so
He should be the last one.
for
trying to
sure.
defend
Nah, he's
himself.
keeping it up.
Yeah,
Bad choice of words.
that's all I'm saying is this. You talking mega shit. I want to hear all that same shit once it comes at you.
Oh
Same
man,
energy.
he's been doing that shit for years, bro. Let's see. Is that all you had for the news segment?
That's what I have right now.
All good.
See if something else
So
pops up.
this one came out. It was a few weeks ago, but Kanye came out and reportedly said that he is going to be launching his own porn studio.
Oh, I did have that. Yeah. I don't think I brought it up because I can't take anything he says seriously.
I mean, I believe it was one of the head folks over at Yeezy stepped down because he said that he could not be a part of that. The brand is now switching to somewhere where he can now no longer be a part of, being an homosexual. That's what he said. He said he's an
I'm not
ex-homosexual,
gay no more.
and this may trigger some things inside of him to make him go back to his old life.
Wait a minute, what?
So that's
How
why he
does-
stepped down.
Okay.
Bro, I don't know.
My
I
man
don't
said
know.
I'm ex-gay. Watching girls get fucked on camera might make me gay again.
Maybe once that
Maybe
dick
why
is
not?
in the air, it's like a pie in the cartoons. Like he just floats towards it. Like it's
Oh,
That's
man.
wild.
It's just so crazy, man. That's the funniest part about this, and I can't say that it's that surprising. The way he's been having his I don't know if
I
that's his
like
wife or
women.
whatever, his lady, the way he's been having her dressed, the way that he has people around him dressing lately and shit. It's not very surprising.
I'm actually glad you brought this up because I've been meaning to to mention a couple of times on the show, and I keep forgetting, or just send it to our text group. And now that you mentioned dress, it also reminded me. After one drunken episode, can't remember how long ago it was because it was quite a long time ago. We finished recording the show. I was pretty drunk. We obviously were talking about Kanye at some point. And I decided to pull the trigger on Yeezy pods. Mm-hmm. And I bought, because they were $20. I was like, fuck it, $20.
Yeah.
Then I completely forgot about them because they didn't ship for like 4 months or something.
Sure.
And then randomly a few weeks back, I got a push notification from the shop app telling me that my Yeezy pods were on the way, which I'm also like, fucking Kanye uses Shopify for his store front end. How booty is that? But whatever. So I get this notification. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot. All right, let's try this out. They arrived, and I looked at them, and I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna wear these things. And then last week, I wore them for the first time on a dog walk, and I was like, I'm gonna go walk the dog. Let's try these Yeezy Pods things out and see if they're as comfortable as people make them out to be. This has to be the worst product that has ever been created and sold to anyone. I cannot believe he made millions of dollars off of this just because of his name and the fact that it's $20.
That's all that you really need.
It's
the name.
The worst product ever created or shipped. It doesn't fit you right. Like, there's only, first off, he tried to rebrand small, medium, and large. Because that's what it is. They're size 1, 2, and 3, but they're size 1, 2, and 3. They're really just small, medium, and large, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I got a medium, a size 2. No, actually, I think I might have got a size 3 because I got big feet. I wear size 13, so
no
I think I might have
micro
got the size 3. Can't remember what size I got. Regardless, because they don't actually fit your feet. And if you've ever seen the Yeezy Pods, it's, 2 pieces of the bottom of a shoe that are separated by the fabric in between. And then the fabric is just like stretchy sock material. Yeah. My calves are too big to rock the fucking sock all the way up to my, like I'm a baseball player or something. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how you would wear that like out in the world. Like, are you supposed to wear that over your pants so that people see the sock, or if you wear it under your pants, does it matter if you pull it up? So I didn't pull them up.
It's up to your own discretion,
Sure. Okay. So I wore it with my own expression, which was rolled down to the ankles underneath my joggers.
That sounds horrible.
But I couldn't walk with them. Because the pieces are separated by a piece of material, like you have to have the exact size foot for where that's spaced out, because they're technically too big for my feet. So the damn thing kept like sliding forward, and then I had like this weird ass gap every time I walked.
That's because you needed a size 2, Johnny.
I was just gonna say, my man needed the size 2.
It said size 2 is for like 8 to 10, which is not my foot size. I went by their sizing chart. And it's not like it's incredibly too big. Like, I'm not wearing like fucking, Krusty the Clown shoes or anything like that.
Bozo shoes.
Yeah. But so it was like every, 25 steps, I would like kick the front so that it would fall forward. It would, go backwards and be closer and felt like a shoe. The other thing too is that they're like pretty heavily raised. and they almost feel like you're wearing some kind of like a platform or like high heels. It's just a terrible product. I would have gladly spent the $20 on an empty box of McChicken delivered via DoorDash than wear these fucking sock shoes.
What about I thought that story was going to go the other way. I think you're going to be like, I was fucking hating on them. They didn't ship for a minute, but they were the comfiest fucking shoes.
No, these are. I can't even wear them around the house. Like I thought they would be house shoes or something. Can't even wear them on the house.
Better off buying a pair
and
of Crocs, dog.
they clip clop on my on the hardwood floors.
Like a Clydesdale.
It's terrible.
I've heard I've heard the opposite, that they're extremely comfortable.
Not comfortable at all.
Blah, blah,
There's
blah.
nothing comfortable. I don't even see what could be comfortable about them. Like what could be comfortable? The fact that they're socks?
From what you're explaining, it seems like they don't fit you. So yeah, that would look ridiculous.
I can't imagine that they fit anyone properly because they're size small, medium, and large. Like the entire shoe industry exists for a reason with shoe sizes. Because everyone's feet are different sizes. You could even, in the main industry, two people could wear size 10 and have different size feet. And,
sure.
And feel a different comfort with the same shoe size. And
But
my man decided to put 4 sizes into one shoe size.
When you are, I don't believe that Kanye has the money that he definitely doesn't have the money that he once had. And if he's trying to cut costs, then you're going to come out with 3 one size fits all.
It's just a terrible idea.
No. Yeah, you're right. But what I was going to say is I've heard people say that it was the opposite. It was very comfortable and blah, 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 probably just because it's a sock shoe. But I think that it just fit them properly. And I've seen people who were wearing them and it fit them properly. Try to get that shit up like over your fucking calf, because rolling it down to your ankles means that they are probably not going to sit correctly.
Oh, no, I did. I pulled them all the way up. It's not like it's impossible to get over my calves. Oh, I did. I rolled them all the way up. It was a little tight. It felt like baseball socks, and it was not.
Like a soccer player.
It
goes up to like thigh highs.
I think they both look equally stupid. Like style-wise, having it rolled down or pulled up, it looked equally bad.
What are these called again?
Yeezy Pods.
Yeezy Pods.
But
no, so
even when like I'm even when I'm not like walking around the neighborhood, but I'm just standing there, not moving, and all the pieces are in the right spots.
Yes,
they're just not. It's not comfortable material. Like the shoe part is not comfortable. It's kind of a hard rubber.
These are some Foot Clan looking
ass.
Yo,
100%.
My man was in the Foot Clan.
I was calling them my ninja shoes.
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna sneak around the house with ninja shoes, and I said, "Nah, I can't. Can't even sneak around the house."
What I was trying to get to is the fact that I've seen people wearing it that actually looks like it fits them, and I was like, for $20, those look like they might be comfy. I might cop them. Because it actually didn't look terrible with the outfit that the person had on, and they looked like they fit. And then, but I think it was like yesterday or the day before, I saw some young dude wearing them like while he was at work. He was wearing them, and they did not look like they fit. They looked like some old. They looked like they were sliding off like on the side. I was like, yo, them shits look wild right now.
Yes, now that you say that, also. So when I first got them, I put just one on, and I was like, okay, I could see it's a little uncomfortable, but I could see how this works. And it looks okay. Like I guess it's inspired by the Balenciaga shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I kind of get the idea. But when I put both of them on, yes. Also that my feet were like sliding towards like the inside. And I was like, this just looks ridiculous. Like, it just, this is not it's not a shoe, man.
Yeah.
It really, it bothered me. Like, I again, comparing back to the Balenciaga, I feel like those were more comfortable, and the bottom sole was just one whole piece. And so it would be, you know, like it actually feels like a sneaker. Where these just, I don't even know what, honestly, what
They're
he was
like
thinking.
glorified hospital socks almost.
It's hospital socks with hard bottoms that are
Raised
not comfortable.
and not equidistant apart. Yeah, for the
Yes.
7 people that these fit, they might be mad comfortable. But
Right.
it doesn't look like
That's
doesn't look like
exactly.
it fits most feet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
that's definitely.
Wait, back to the porn company real quick. What, didn't he just have a church school? What happened to the religious?
Religious
Yeah,
Kanye?
that
Religious
was
He
also
sold enough albums.
that is also what I was gonna get to. So yeah,
Jesus is King, Kanye.
That
he
one,
went
yeah.
all in. He went all in on the church stuff, and and then someone asked him recently, and he says that he is not. Well, I forgot what the term he used, but pretty much he and God are not seeing eye to eye right now.
Same.
Is what he said. So, so now all focus is going to this porn company.
Related to that, the porn star Girthmaster. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this. He's an Australian gentleman. Has a cock like a wine bottle. He's interested in working with the Yeezy porn company. Big OnlyFans dude has been in the news recently. Actually, like I've been seeing his name way more than normal. But that's a
What
that's
kind
a,
of fucking news
that's
are
a
you
that's
watching?
it's a big name, dog. That's a big name.
Girthmaster shows
yeah.
up on your
So-
news highlights.
Yo, I love that
No,
you're
this was
saying
like
this.
this was like CNN, dog. Like
This
this
is
was
like
legit.
your
like
Apple News
New York
feed?
Times.
No.
Yeah, it was Apple News. I swear to God, bro.
Girthmaster.
Girthmaster with 2 R's. Google that shit and just go to the news tab.
Not
I-
Googling Girthmaster, but I will look
Wow,
it up
this
on
is
Apple
this
News.
is good Wi-Fi. You're safe, dog. You can put it knows
Yo.
it'll autofill Girthmaster for you on my shit,
Yo.
son.
I bet.
I was more amused at the fact that you're explaining this whole Girthmaster thing, and then thought bubbles come out of Johnny with a thumbs up.
Wait, that happened?
Yes. You made a face, and then the thought bubbles came out with a thumbs up. I was like,
No,
it's
he
reading
thinking
his
about-
mind right now.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, that's hilarious. The New York Magazine had an article said,
Rolling
sorry,
Stone?
who is the Girthmaster?
They know. They know. Y'all know.
I'm Arsenal super fan and will celebrate with Down Under's thickest dong if we win the Premier League.
Same.
What?
Same.
Meet Girthmaster, the internet's new gifted boyfriend whose name speaks for itself. Of course, that is QOTD magazine, so yeah, not reading that one. That is wild.
The Girthmaster. That's crazy.
TikTok virality. You sure this hasn't come across your
it has.
feed?
No, not at all.
Interesting.
All right. Anyway, enough of Girthmaster.
$80,000 a month on OnlyFans?
And that's a dude.
I guess if your
Jesus
name is
Christ.
Girthmaster, people are gonna pay to see to make sure you prove it.
I mean, it's got to be dudes, right? Like, girls aren't subscribing to Girthmaster, are they?
They're working with him.
Well, I'm sure they're working with him, but who's paying this dude's
Who fucking
OnlyFans?
cares, bro? I'm not checking the sexes of the checks that come in, dog. I'm just cashing them bitches.
Anyway,
Walk, you might want to post your OnlyFans underneath your
Hey,
next
dog.
ad.
There you go.
bro,
There you go.
I am a happily
Take that
engaged
check.
man.
It doesn't matter, bro. That you're not engaging with these people.
No
This
trust
is online
or
only content.
sexual barriers will be broken.
Yeah.
You can
There's
do it.
no love lost. I'm sure your girl will be just fine with it when them checks start rolling.
Talk a
in.
big dong
Checks
game.
out-
Let's
yeah,
see it.
Yeah. As soon, I mean,
No, literally. Let's
If
see
I-
it right now.
Plop that right on the camera.
Oh shit, my shit's broke, son. That's LCD fracture, dog. Chill out.
Oh man. Okay. That's all I really had. I had some shit from Doja Cat, but we don't give a fuck about her.
Nah, fuck that bitch.
Yeah. Also, this is more of I'll bring it up just because it was interesting, but you remember that years ago that internet photo of a dress where people were going back and forth?
Oh, the blue and gold, yeah.
Yeah, the blue and gold
White
or
and gray,
white and
golden,
yeah.
blue, yeah.
And people were like arguing. So the man behind that who posted that shit, fucking mad randomly, right? Comes out and confesses that he strangled his wife
Because of the dress?
because of the dress. Yes.
I fucking knew that dress was all bad news, dog.
Nah, not because of the dress.
Okay,
But
that's-
you know, obviously having marital problems or whatever. And then he just came out and said, "Yeah, I killed her." So he strangled her, and
Like
now he is
recently or like many years ago?
No, this was recently.
No, but like when did he kill her?
I'm assuming. Let me see.
Like is he confessing to an old murder, or is he just like announcing, "Hey guys, remember me? I'm the dress guy."
This was in 2022.
That he murdered her?
And when did he confess? Just recently,
yeah.
last month?
Yep. Like this news article was May 11th. So
Where's he from? Is he Swedish? Were they Sweden? Like where's
Scottish.
Scottish? Is he
Yes.
in jail now? Did Scotland Yard come and
Scotland
grab him?
Yard.
Is that what they do in Scotland? I don't know. It makes sense, right?
It said, according to the prosecutor, Grace had lived in fear of her abusive husband and defied his demands not to attend a job interview in the mainland. The 38-year-old who was drinking at a local pub reportedly texts his wife, "You should support me, but you do not." And then he says, when Grace returned home, Kier woke up and announced that he would be leaving her. An altercation ensued. And then where he threw her on the ground and quote unquote, he placed both knees on her arms so she was unable to move. He then began strangling her with both hands. She was initially able to scream and feared for her life and believed Johnson intended to kill her as he was very forceful. Then he came out and said someone is going to die. The timeline remained unclear. I don't know. Is she not dead?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
that's
I thought
literally
he
I was
killed her.
Wait, did he kill her or just strangle her? Because
Sounds
No,
like
no. He
he
strangled her with
her.
both, and then he was accused of threatening to kill her because he was holding a knife. So
well, I mean that's a
Kinda-
Tuesday for Jonathan Majors,
kind of
right?
womp, right? Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, thank God
terrible.
she's not
It's
dead.
terrible. Thank God is
Yeah,
right.
Thank God she's not dead. But yeah, so it's just wild. He goes viral for this very specific thing, and then he's an abusive piece of shit, and all of this comes up. So he's only famous for two things: a stupid fucking dress and strangling his wife. I just thought that was interesting. You don't know who the fuck this man is, and now he's in the news again. But for
I thought he
something-
killed her.
I thought he did too. I thought he did too.
That would have been more interesting.
Much more interesting. Worse.
Yeah, I
but much
mean-
more interesting.
Yes. We probably would have come across that on some sort of true crime podcast or some shit, but no.
Ooh, yeah. Now you're talking.
It'll
All right.
still probably happen.
So we're going to jump into some Hollywood. Let's see. Hollywood. Okay, so I do have some small breaking news that just popped up not too long before we started recording.
Oh.
But so the X-Men movie at Marvel Studios has gained a little bit of momentum as they have brought on a screenwriter for it. His name is Michael Leslie, and he is popular for Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I've never seen it. So I don't know how bad it was.
Most recent
Yeah.
Hunger Games that came
Not
out this
great.
year, which
Not a great start.
I don't
the
know.
best Hunger Games.
I'm not familiar because I haven't seen it, so I can't say that it was bad or not. But I mean,
Yeah, no, same here. I just based
I saw
off
it.
what I read. You watched?
The most recent Hunger
Yeah.
Games? Yeah, I saw it.
Oh shit! How was it?
It was not as good as the other ones. I'll
Sure.
definitely
That's
say
fair.
that.
That's
It was
fair.
a little long, and I'm pretty sure I never made it to the end because I think there was this like whole long thing that happened with like the battle and the actual like the part where they're in the arena.
Yeah.
sure.
And then there was this whole piece that happens afterwards where he gets sent off. I don't remember the characters' names, but like it's a prequel,
Yeah.
right? And it's about the guy that was like the governor or whatever in the main Hunger Games that we saw.
Okay.
Aldorf or some shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, Sutherland there, Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, the character that he plays, I believe this is his. This
Younger.
guy's
His story.
playing the younger self. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he gets sent off into one of the districts, and has some sort of change of heart or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I dozed off.
We're getting off topic
He
here.
does,
We don't
he
give a
does.
fuck about Hunger Games.
Not a
but
great
No,
movie.
no, we don't.
I believe you.
So that, it doesn't excite me that he's
Yeah,
in running.
it's bad
the
news.
No,
X-Men.
no. And now I'm looking at his IMDb and for his writing, and the only ones that I can see that have some sort of significance in anything is Macbeth, with
Denzel.
Denzel, and Assassin's Creed.
Ooh, with Michael Fassbender.
Yes.
Oh, I was just shitting on
yeah.
that movie today. How fortuitous.
All three of those movies are not.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
first off, Macbeth. Like
That's already been
What are
written,
you
dog.
writing?
It's already been written, my man. The hard part's been done.
the dialogue's done. So
Well, apparently they loved it because he is currently writing. It's in post production for Hamlet. He's a writer for that.
Ah.
I mean, I said on the show I enjoyed the movie,
Yeah.
but it's Macbeth. Like,
Right.
if you like Macbeth, you will enjoy it. If you like the actors who were all stunning, you will enjoy it. But what did he write other than like
Who the fuck
stage
knows?
direction?
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
That's interesting that Disney
so-
partnered with him. He
so
must
my
have told him
question-
something.
My question with this news is mainly, regardless of this, because we know there's no date announced for the X-Men movie. There's really nothing. This is the only thing that we've heard about for the X-Men movie. So this could change at any time. Like this
Yeah.
writer could fall the fuck off and no one will hear about it until we get a director. Blah blah blah. But what are your expectations for an X-Men movie? Like, are you expecting it to be similar to X-Men 97, which, in my opinion, I don't think it will be. I think that would be setting yourself up for failure to think that we're gonna get something similar to X-Men 97.
Why not get those writers? Are they like contracted with someone? Like, what the fuck is stopping Marvel or Feige or whoever the fuck is running this shit show over there to grab those deals? Like, because clearly, like that, I've seen nothing but positive shit about X-Men 97. How much it's been fucking.
Sure.
Why not grab those? You want to fucking self-contain everything and keep it tight, bro? Like, am I crazy here? Is that crazy talk, guys? Come on.
No, I don't think that's crazy talk. I'm looking at the credits right now to confirm.
I won't
what
say
I'm
it's crazy talk.
thinking.
I just think that the team behind X-Men 97 had material that they're already working with, and they're just driving they're continuing a story.
That's
In
not
a
easy to do.
way, I think they've elevated the story,
They have, yeah.
but I think like Wak is saying, like I don't think they'll be like X-Men 97 is its I think it's its own universe. Like it doesn't even say Marvel Studios at the beginning of the show. It says Marvel Animation.
It does.
And
yeah,
so
because they also announced that the studios are now focusing on Marvel Animation will focus solely on animation. Marvel Studios will focus on the movies, and then there's Marvel Television that will focus solely on the TV shows.
which is how it was always before, and then they brought it all under Marvel Studios.
Sure.
And now they're splitting up again, but I guess they're all overseen by Kevin, which is
not
why
to mention
it's okay,
not to mention
but-
the one of the main writers was the creator, Bo DeMaio, and he was fired before the show aired, which everyone
remember
is
that.
saying,
Yeah,
get that
weird.
motherfucker back.
Get him
So-
to write the movie. That'll show those
Right.
X-Men
Yeah, did-
97 people.
Did they say why he was fired? Do we remember why that was? Was it like
They
some
never said
off-screen
anything.
shit?
They never said anything, but the rumor is that he's difficult to work with.
I mean, most creatives are, so I wouldn't be surprised about
Word.
that. But
Sure.
there
There are
what
still
are my
two
thoughts
other
on
writers.
an X-Men movie?
Yeah, what are your expectations
Expectations?
on something like that? Yeah, like are we
I don't know.
expecting?
Because X-Men 97 or, just anything Marvel animation has now been pretty much cemented as not being canon. So it's not going to be, a continuation. If it was going to be some sort of continuation of the timeline that they built in X-Men 97, then my expectations would be super high. Having just seen the final episode, fucking fire. Like,
Yeah.
can't say anything negative about that entire 10 episode run. Amazing. Not just the nostalgic piece that I harped on before, but just the actual story that they brought. Like, they made me care for Magneto, which I never gave a fuck about before. And now I fully fucking not only respect Magneto, but like I empathize with him in many ways. And I fuck with him on a different level. But film wise, I'm going to say I have low expectations, very low expectations, pretty much because most Marvel films nowadays are not that great. Deadpool aside, I don't know that I even can tie, especially because Deadpool kind of crosses the Marvel X-Men universe, right? And so I don't attach it to the same group of people. So yeah, my expectations for an X-Men movie are pretty low. And
my
now they hired this fucking dude. It's like
Yeah.
even lower.
Those expectations I think might change, but from here to then, because we're gonna get a bunch of these X-Men characters sprinkled into other projects before we get an X-Men movie, and I'm thinking, especially with the way that the Avengers is going, right? They're trying to do the Young Avengers, and it seems like people really aren't getting on board with that thought of, replacing the iconic Avengers that we've gotten to know over the last 10 years, right? Replacing them with these younger replacements and all these characters that they have yet to really hone in on in a cinematic universe. So I'm assuming they're going to get they're going to get this multiverse saga out of the way before we get a full X-Men movie, and the X-Men movie would possibly be the new Avengers, where because if we get a full-on X-Men movie, that means, we're going to get some Avengers in there. We're going to get a little bit of everything. I think an X-Men movie would be pretty fucking dope. How it would go, I have no idea right now. But it could be something bigger than just You know, because what we got with X-Men 97 was pretty fucking huge, and I can see that not being canon, because they not to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, because we don't have to really get into that, but the story arc that they have there was fucking wild, right?
The story and the cameos.
Yeah, the stories, the cameos, but that's another indication that you know, like we saw the cameos, and that's another indication where, well, what if we have that in live action, right? And what if they join in? Then it's not, you know, it's the X-Men and the Avengers. Maybe they're you know, they're actually butting heads, you know?
Yeah.
And then we get a you know, an Avengers versus the X-Men type of movie, which would be fucking dope as fuck,
would be cool.
right? There's a lot of ways that they can make it really cool without you know, just especially with the X-Men, man. I remember watching those cartoons, and I remember being a huge fan of X-Men, and watching X-Men 97 just reminded me as to why I remembered fucking, you know, loving the fucking X-Men. Like, that shit, that it was just so fucking good. It was so good to see those characters, fucking you know, Gambit, like just what they all brought to the table, Cyclops. Yeah, so I'm pumped for whatever this movie. I'm not pumped for this writer, but then again, there have been many examples of, you know, these writers who were successful in some movies that we didn't really agree on or didn't really like, and then they got their fucking break with this one movie, and that movie was the one that they were meant to fucking write.
Yeah, homie could have been paying the bills with that other shit.
With what other shit?
Whoever that writer was, whatever he did, you know.
You're right. Yeah. I get what
but
you're
you know, he could be fuck with X-Men since he was a kid and, like, you know, really shine once he gets his chance. So I'm not writing him off. Like, it could be.
That's the benefit of the doubt that I'm giving, is that he must have given something to Disney for them to
they're not
to
just gonna
sign
be like,
him
all
on.
right, you come on.
Yeah, you got a great resume, and we'll sign you on. The only thing that I'll say that is another reason why I'll temper my expectations, kind of in opposition to what Wak is saying, is that the watching the animated show and seeing like all of these characters display their mutant powers really kind of made me feel very often I would see that and I would be like, how the fuck would they make Sunspot like a enjoyable character in live action? Like, how are they going to do this where it doesn't look bad? And because, like, as you're watching these X-Men fights, it's just powers and powers and powers and powers, and everyone's got these fucking crazy ass powers. Yeah. And I don't think we've really gotten a ton of that in Avengers because of the specific, like, people that they chose. Like, they might be strong, but there's not just, like, you know, Jubilee shooting fucking fireworks out of her hands and then a giant beam coming out of Cyclops and freaking Nightcrawler disappearing every, 5 seconds. And it's just, there's so many like different things being thrown, Storm whipping up all these shit. There's a lot that happens in X-Men, which tends to do well in animation because you could show a lot of that. And in live action, I don't know, man. Like, also like the mind shit with Jean Grey and Professor X. Like, I just it concerns me how, it was cool in the early 2000s when they dropped the original X-Men films. Yeah. Because it was the first time we saw it, and that's like, wow. And now that we have like a more kind of based in real life MCU, like there's a little bit more
that's going to change
groundedness in it.
I think that's what they're changing.
Almost takes it fantastical, and maybe that's the idea, is to change it, but I don't know. I guess
And
I'm interested to see how Fantastic Four comes out
sure.
because that will,
That's a lot of powers.
yeah, that'll tell me what they might be doing.
And
in
that's
X-Men.
why my thought process is making an X-Men movie similar to Avengers, where we can get one-off movies, right? Obviously, the Wolverine movie will probably be something that they put on the back burner for a while because we've been Wolverined to death, right?
Yeah.
But we'll get those other.
What if they make a
you know.
solo Jubilee movie?
Nah, I mean they might. Who knows? Her actually, building up her powers more than to see what like that in that one episode, right, in the game, to see what she's actually capable of. Whereas we're used to her in the cartoon, in the OG cartoon, where she didn't really know what her powers were doing. So it's just like sparklers out of her fucking hand, you know. But it could be some shit like that. I think we'll probably get something like the cooler characters they might get their own movie. Like a Cyclops Jean Grey type thing possibly would be dope. Then they raise a small Cable or some shit. Who knows? Who knows where it would go? And then like a full-on X-Men movie where they all kind of come together. I don't know how, what that would look like to see like individual, because we haven't gotten that. We haven't gotten individual movies for these people.
Right.
But
Wolverine. Or just Wolverines.
yeah, but I can see a Gambit movie, right? With a Remy LeBeau movie, and it's his relationship with what's her name, with Rogue, and and introducing people like that, like small bits, and then that way
You're gonna let homie take his role again?
Channing Tatum?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. He's definitely at least gonna be a cameo in something.
So you think he's reprising?
I think
Remy?
he's so hard up for that because he's not reprising because it never happened. He was supposed to do it and it never worked, and it never came out. But yeah, so he's itching to fucking do that. And I think, and honestly, like with the look and everything, it was never a bad casting to me.
I never thought so either.
Right. So
I mean,
I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm more interested in seeing who the new Wolverine is going to be. You said you don't respect him as an actor?
Not really.
Yeah, I feel you there. I like him more as a comedic actor.
Yes, I think that's where he shines.
That's his alley.
Gambit is no comedy.
Yeah, they can make it comedy. Was Thor comedy?
It only worked one time.
Sure,
got
but
lucky.
I mean, it only worked one time in one movie, but in Endgame, the comedic chops were there, and it was they definitely switched that around, and that made it the character a little bit more tolerable. So I mean, it could happen if they do it right. So. I don't know. There's a lot. I'm just thinking like an actual X-Men movie is something that they're probably going to build up to rather than just hit us with an X-Men movie idea. And then just because they can prolong having to do all that crazy shit. And, but they did that in the Captain America movies and, in the Avengers movies where they came out with all these fucking crazy ass fight scenes. But it was only in those major ones where they had to focus on all the individual powers. And I don't know. I'm still hopeful for that. Anyway, we can move on. Speaking of things that have been greenlit that probably should not have been, Happy Gilmore 2 has been confirmed to be greenlit at Netflix. And my question for that, we know that it's coming. So, So my question for that is anyone really convinced that this will at least be a decent movie?
I
There's
see it
no
like
expectations,
Anchorman
right?
2 Super Troopers
I see it
2,
less.
where like you might get a laugh here or there, but I feel like it's just gonna feel kind of sad.
This is a second part question, which has to do with that. Can they actually replicate the feel of the movie without rehashing the same fucking jokes and making it feel extremely cheesy?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think that's where it's going to fail. They're
What
going
was
to
the
try
other
to make it feel like that.
one that he did that with? It was Happy Dads or what was?
Happy Gilmore or
No,
Billy Madison?
No. The Adam
Grown-Ups?
Sandler
Grown-Ups?
Grown-Ups. Yeah.
Grown-Ups, yeah.
Grown-Ups 1, good movie.
Yeah.
Grown-Ups 2,
Yeah. And those were pretty fucking close together, bro.
yeah.
And one
Yeah.
wasn't a classic like Happy Gilmore, where it's going to be
Right.
scrutinized and,
There's just
really
no way.
held to a high standard, because we all fuck with Happy Gilmore like that.
I'll be honest with you, and I mean, I haven't seen the latest astronaut one, and I heard it was actually pretty good because it wasn't comedy.
Yeah.
He's a good
but-
actor. I'm
Sure.
not going to take that away from him.
No, my question on or what I was gonna say about that is I haven't really seen him do anything great since he signed this deal with Netflix.
Other than that astronaut thing,
The Jennifer Aniston movies that he did there, like they were okay. They
They're
weren't-
watchable.
They weren't like
Sure,
Happy
sure.
Gilmore's, but no, they were watchable.
they're watchable.
Right. Which was more than I was expecting, honestly.
But again, first one, much better than any
Yeah.
of the sequels.
Was it Mystery something? I don't even remember what they were called.
Something like that.
I'm not showing them much love here.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I did see the first one and it was pretty good. I hadn't seen
It was
the second
decent.
one.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a family flick.
Netflix
I hadn't seen
flick.
the second one. Was that one
wasn't
also
as
pretty
it
decent?
wasn't. It was,
Nah, it was not
it
as
was
good.
okay.
Okay.
Set D
It-
plus.
Murder Mystery, it's called.
Murder mysteries, yeah.
Mystery, yeah.
So if the first one was a B minus,
Sure.
I would say the second one was maybe a C
Okay.
at best.
Which is satisfactory.
It's satisfactory. It was
passed.
good. It's a as I call them, popcorn flicks.
Yeah.
I could watch it on Netflix, get through it, maybe chuckle a couple of times,
And
but
not feel upset about it, like, damn, I just wasted my time.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't one
it's
of
not
those.
that level.
No. But I feel like Happy Gilmore too might.
It's gonna be.
Yeah,
I have
definitely.
no hopes for that. I'm thinking they're gonna rehash it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I think the only person that's really excited about it is the fucking guy that plays Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin, yeah. But
He's
got
the
nothing
only
else
one.
going on.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not excited about this. They should have.
What if
just
they
left it
recast
alone.
him?
What did they
Ooh,
what?
Shooter McGavin.
What if they recasted him?
Oh,
He
that would
doesn't
be
even get to
amazing.
replay the role.
That would make me watch it, just because he's gonna be at home salty as a bitch,
Oh,
talking
man.
mega shit about this movie. All right, so let's see, what else do I have here? Shogun has been renewed for seasons 2 and 3.
Wait, what?
Yes, it has been renewed for seasons 2 and 3 by FX. And the obvious question here is, since the original writer, the first season was based on a book, and the whole first season is supposed to be a mini series. Just the one season was supposed to be it, because it was based on the book.
Yeah.
And that is all that we have, is the one book. But now we have 2 and 3, seasons 2 and 3 coming. Is it promising, knowing that the writer passed away back in '94 and there's no more source material? Like, how do we feel about that?
That's concerning, for sure.
Yeah.
The only saving grace for me is that the original people, so the writers, the actors, everyone's coming back and is going to be the same, which is, I think that's a positive for sure.
Sure.
The fact that there is no more source material to work from, I think obviously is what
Yeah.
is most alarming. However, a lot of what I found interesting about Shogun, honestly, was the cinematography. Everything was beautiful. The dialogue was snappy. And I don't know if that dialogue was taken word for word, but that universe that they were in, that feudal Japan, I fuck with that. So if you can come up with a halfway decent story in that universe, I'm gonna fuck with it.
I agree. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It does worry me though that the story arc is just not going to be as strong because now they're going to be making it up as they go along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I get heavy Game of Thrones vibes.
Right. And that's my point.
Same cast, same writers, no source material to pull from.
Yep.
I'm a GOT apologist. I don't hate the last two seasons. I accept their faults. I think that's kind of what will happen with new seasons of Shogun. They will be good, but they won't be great.
Sure. That's the
And
thing that
first
I'm
season
most
was great.
excited about with Shogun is, I mean, I think they could put together some sort of good story. I think that they can really make it shine. The thing I was excited about hearing the season 2 and 3 is the thing that I told y'all, right? Like, I really love this. This is great, but it felt like it ended like there was a season 2, and it was supposed to be a miniseries, you know. So that's why I'm excited about it, and yeah, we'll see. We have 2 more seasons that are guaranteed at this point.
All right.
In more shocking news, The Rock has been confirmed as being an asshole again on on set.
Confirmed.
Tracks.
That does track. And this has been going on for a little while now, right? Everybody is. It's just like as soon as one person says something, it just kind of trickles down. I don't think so much that he's an asshole as much as he is like a control freak. Yeah. And, and he really wants everything to be centered around him, his characters, whatever the fuck he is doing. So I guess he was in a movie called Red One that has to do, it's like a Christmas movie with Chris Evans. And let's see, it says he caused Red One production to add over $50 million to its budget due to being late. He would show up 7 to 8 hours late regularly, missed entire days of production, made a habit of peeing into water bottles to save time. And they mentioned it saying that it was a fucking quote, that it was a fucking disaster. And that he truly just doesn't give a fuck because he is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Do you think these are just people that are just overreacting to his shit?
I could see it that he doesn't give a fuck about that specific movie.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Showing up 7 to 8 hours late basically says, I don't want to be here, but I signed this deal, and it could be, I don't know who's producing this Red One movie, but it could be like he had signed like a production deal, and so he has to do 4 movies through this one studio or whatever, the way he had like that Disney deal. So it could be he's just fulfilling. That sounds to me like I'm fulfilling contractual obligations for shit that I don't care about.
He's a producer.
And maybe it's a bad movie. Is he a bad? He's a producer on
He's
the
a
movie?
producer on that movie. Yeah.
I think he's
mean-
a producer. I think he's a producer.
He's a
on
producer on a lot of
anything
shit,
he's
yeah.
attached to.
He's not an exec.
No, exactly.
That might just mean he's throwing money at it and not actually doing anything for it.
Right.
Damn.
But I don't know. Like, I'm not a rock apologist at all.
No.
But based on what I've heard thus far, it could just be related to that specific film.
I mean,
but $50 million sounds wild
Should come out of your pocket.
for just showing up late.
yeah. I mean, they have everyone ready to go for filming, and you're gonna show up 7 to fucking 8 hours late.
Yeah, that's
That
a
means they have
disrespect
to-
to everyone.
That means they like all of those people are getting fucking paid, just sitting around waiting for you.
And it's union, which means they can only work so many hours a day,
Word.
which is why he's pissing in the water bottles.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you get there on fucking time, you can
Right.
deserve a fucking piss break.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think it's
Yeah, I
also, especially after like he made his political thing come out and everything, it's just like, it's, you know,
Just
people,
another little-
he's another
another
person, he's another person that people just want to hate him.
Yeah.
Wasn't always like that either. He used to be giving trucks away to poor people and all kinds of
I think he
crazy
still
shit.
does
We were
that.
fucking sucking the Rock's dick the first like
People wanted
50
him to
episodes
be
of
president.
this show.
I think
Yeah.
he still does that though. I think he still does that. Like these things that he's being called out for are
Now it just
honestly
seems
like
fake. All that nice shit he does just seems fake to make up for the fact that he's an asshole.
I don't think he's a complete asshole. Like I don't think he's gonna see you in the middle of the street and fucking look at you like J-Lo looks at fucking peasants, right? Like
J-Lo wouldn't look at me.
there's a ton of videos that they've been trying to call her ass out where she just like looks at people up and down and just in disgust. I don't think it's like to that extent. I think again, like he's just a control freak, right? He likes things a certain way. And like you said, yeah, if he's not fully fucking invested in this, then yeah, he may make that asshole move to be there fucking late and fuck it, you know, like whatever, which is a very dickhead thing to do. And it also makes sense why he and fucking Vin Diesel clashed on, you know, Fast and the Furious. And I just get those vibes from him. It's just like everything is centered around me.
Yeah, bro. Those
and-
are called asshole vibes.
Yeah, for sure,
right.
for
Everything is fucking centered around you. Yeah, that's dickhead
yeah.
shit.
But my point is, he's probably still giving away cars and like doing all that other shit.
It just
You know,
seems
So
fake.
he's a nice dickhead?
yeah,
Mm.
probably. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know him in person, so. But yeah, and the
don't?
stories just keep coming out here about The Rock, which is sad to see. Like you said, everybody used to like really love him. I think a lot of people
He used
still
to fuck with him,
still
bro. He used
fuck
to be
with
like Keanu, dog. Like he could do no wrong.
him. Yeah, I mean that was for a lot of people, bro, and then those people are falling like dominoes.
Hey,
Facts.
Yeah.
that was Diddy.
Remember when you idolized Diddy? I don't think anybody really ever idolized Diddy.
Nah, no.
Oh, sure. But
I mean, I'm sure somebody did, but
yeah.
Somebody check in on those folks.
yeah. Now that he's the diddler, not so much. Let's see. So, another small conversation piece, and then we can piece this out. But so Jerry Bruckheimer came out because this has been a conversation, I think, as of late. Alan Ritchson has been in a lot, in a lot of talk since he has been successful in Reacher. And he's come out and he's wanted to play every single major role that you can fucking think of, and he's been outspoken, mainly Batman. He said he really wants to play Batman. Jerry Bruckheimer came out and he said that Alan Ritchson is like the next major action star. He said he's really dedicated actor, works very hard, smart on top of it. So it's all about choices for an actor, and he makes all the right choices. If he makes all the right choices, he can become a big movie star. Do you think, like, in the projects that you've seen Alan Ritchson in, would you agree with that statement? Do you think that he has what it takes to be like the next Batman or be the next major movie star? Because from what I've seen as of late, or what I've seen with him in general, I'd have to say I disagree. I don't think he was good as Reacher, but he has a very robotic way about him. I don't know. I'm not.
He could be the next big action star. I don't know about big movie star necessarily, but like a Stallone in the fucking 80s or Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And either of those guys, bro. He has the action chops. Because, I mean, those guys said all of 30 fucking words in those movies that they were in, bro. And that's perfect for him. Less dialogue, more fucking ass kicking. Like, he could be a huge action star if he had the right projects and whatnot. Like, he definitely has the chops for that. But I don't think, there's going to be like Oscars and shit or anything like that. I mean, not that I'm saying he couldn't, but I feel like he could definitely be a huge, huge action star because I fuck with Reacher.
So you agree in the fact that he could be an action star but not a movie star?
Yeah, if that makes sense.
No, it does.
I'm not even sure that could happen. Like, I could see him being an action television star. I'm not sure that he translates well to film, which he's
star is a little
star might be a stretch, but
yeah,
he does well on his TV shows currently.
He was just in a movie with somebody, with fucking Henry Cavill and a whole bunch of people, and it was like an action movie, and I heard he was pretty fucking badass in it, dude. I forget what it was.
He was one of the Ninja Turtles in the Bruckheimer movies, in the Ninja Turtle movies.
True.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yes. And granted, that movie has not been highly praised, but I heard he was pretty badass in it. Not gonna lie.
He was also apparently in Fast 10. I haven't seen that, but
what?
Just
Fast and the Furious.
I mean the Reacher stuff. Reacher season. What was the most recent one? Season 3, season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought his acting was just
bought.
Yeah,
it was barely passable.
I don't
like,
agree with that.
Again, the action scenes were great.
Yeah, and he's good. He's good for what he does.
Any sort of emotional stuff, like, he just fell flat to me.
But you don't need that to be an action star. You
Agreed.
just gotta kick ass. That was all my point was. It's just action star, not movie star. Action star.
Agreed.
I guess the way I look at
possible. If you look at him as a dumber Schwarzenegger, because Schwarzenegger was a not great actor, but
he's still not
understood his position and played it to the T.
Yeah. I don't think Batman is in Ritchson's future.
Agreed.
You need a little depth
Batman.
to be Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Yeah, I think his acting at times, like, that was the one thing with Reacher where it was good for that, right? For being a series, it was it was good for that. But he had a lot of times where I'm looking at him and he made it very clear that I am watching this show, and they just said that, and his response was very like, I'm an actor right now saying these words, and kind of very robotic, and it's just like, where it takes me out of the experience, and that's how I kind of gauge like how good an actor is. when they can just make it seem so seamless that this is a show, movie, or whatever, and I'm just lost in the story. I didn't get that with him, but also that's not the vibes of Reacher, and I get that. But I agree with y'all because I've seen that and I've seen Titans before, and I mean same shit. You know, fucking CW-esque actor, which at the time that's exactly who he was.
He's from Blue Mountain State, right? That was his.
That was his first
big up and coming show, and that was a comedy. I never watched it, but I heard it was funny. Yeah, Blue Mountain State was like a parody of Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
Okay.
So comedic chops got to be in there. I heard he was funny in that. I never watched it.
Oh, apparently he was in Black Mirror too.
Dude, okay. Look at that. That's your shit.
No, he was in the fucking, let me see, Blue Mountain State. He was in that, obviously. Workaholics. Like I said, Ninja Turtles. He was in a bunch of fucking TV shows.
He wasn't always super ripped like he is.
Which is the
Ninja
he was
Turtles
actually
that
he
small.
was in that you
the
said?
Michael Bay. He was one of the actors portraying the Turtles in the Michael Bay, right?
Michael Bay
Yes.
was the...
Yep.
Megan Fox, April O'Neil, Will Arnett.
Yeah, he's recently
we try to
became.
forget them.
He was very vocal about that at the time that for
They were
whatever reason
treated poorly, right?
Yeah, the actors behind the Turtles were treated poorly. They would be not a part of any of the promotional stuff. Like they weren't invited to any of that. Fucking,
him
like
and Mickey Milkovich from Shameless. Do you remember that character? The little red. He was another one of the Turtles that worked with Ritchson.
Yeah.
On the Michael Bay's. Same
so
thing.
basically a bunch of nobodies
Yeah.
wanted to travel around the world promoting this movie that nobody saw.
Yeah.
But
and they
still,
were shit on, dude. Like they were just treated poorly in general.
But still, I mean, you get your quote unquote your break, right? You're in a fucking big ass Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie with fucking Michael Bay, Megan Fox, and you can't. You're just
flex.
like excluded. Like even on stupid shit that had nothing to do with the flexing. Like he was stating that like at the end of the fucking day when they were done recording, they would tell them to hold back as they're shuttling people back to where they had to go, and that they would just keep pushing them off to the side and make them the very last people that actually can get on the shuttle to go like literally down to like that stupid shit. They were
I don't agree that anyone should be treated less than. However, like what are you expecting when you do not appear on screen at all? That's like true. You might as well be a voice actor.
Yeah.
And you don't even get that because did they voice the characters?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did.
So they didn't even voice the character. What the fuck did he even do in the movie?
The mocap, right? Like
you
they
did
were
mocap?
glorified mocap actors, yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know what you were expecting out
just
of
a
that.
ride back to their hotel when the day was done. I think that's all my man wanted, dog. Like, to be treated like a normal person.
I'm sure they got rides back. Should they have been left for last? No. Please don't take the makeup artist people before me.
Right.
But you're not the A-list. You're
true.
not even A-list
because
it's not like Megan Fox and Will Arnett are A-list. But on this set, they are.
Yeah.
And that ain't you.
That ain't you, baby. That ain't you.
and just he was the voice, and he was Raphael.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was Raphael.
All right.
The only
put a little more respect on his name then.
The only ones
one of the
that
major
are
turtles in that movie
that
right?
were voiced by somebody differently were Splinter, who was voiced by Tony. I never know how to pronounce his fucking last name.
Who?
Tony Shalhoub. Shalhoub. There we go. Yeah, Monk.
He played Splinter.
He was Splinter.
The voice.
Yeah.
He was the voice
Jesus
of Splinter.
Christ.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Knoxville was Leonardo.
I bet they got brought to their hotel pretty fucking quick.
They were voiceover.
They were
actors. They
voiceover
were
actors,
not
yeah.
on set.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're right. He
They
wasn't-
went right to their
wasn't
hotel.
in
They
Spanish.
probably just stayed there.
Stayed at the crib. That's fair. That's fair. That's on
Oh
me.
man.
That's on me, fellas.
Also, he
Late.
played Aquaman in Smallville, so that was his big break.
Jesus. So
Poor
he's
guy.
Smallville was
just
so
a
terrible.
CW.
Smallville. Although he
Smallville
kind of
was
does
so
look
bad.
like
Superstar.
the comic
He does.
version
Yeah.
with the
And
blonde
then back
hair
then he
and
was
whatnot.
back then he was slimmer, so
Yeah, not as ripped. Sure.
yeah. All right, guys, that's all I really have for conversations. What are y'all fucking with?
Shit.
Well, there was one thing that we briefly could bring up. I don't have many details, but it was brought to my attention recently that there's heavy rumors with some possible confirmations about another Star Wars movie coming out with Daisy Ridley, and she's trying to get John Boyega on board.
Yeah,
Y'all
that,
heard-
that was
y'all heard about
confirmed a
this?
while back. That was confirmed there's not a lot of details on it other than that Rey is going to be getting her own movie that has nothing to do with it's going to have to do obviously with her life after all of those events many years later. And yeah, she pretty much wants to bring John Boyega into that project to reprise his role as Finn.
So my question is, if this is fulfilled, would you give it more attention as a Disney Plus release, whether that's series or extended film, or would you actually go see this in theater?
I would need to see the trailer, man, because this stuff can be, especially with Star Wars, it could be hit or miss.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Star Wars other than that last trilogy, and even then I went and saw them in the theater, at least the Force Awakens, and I want to say I did see The Last Jedi. That's what it's called, right?
Last Jedi.
Yeah,
then Rise of
Last
Skywalker.
Jedi. I think I saw that in the theater. I can't remember if I saw the last one, but and even if I didn't go to see it in the theater, I've really enjoyed those movies. Like even the one that bombed, that quote unquote bombed, the Solo
Last
movie.
Jedi.
When I actually got to see it, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fucking good. You know?
The Han Solo one.
Yeah, the Han Solo one. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it only bombed because people, it happened around the COVID times and people weren't ready to hit the theaters. But so the Star Wars movies have been progressing. They've been pretty good. Will I go see a Rey movie in theater? Yeah, I have to see the trailer first.
I'll be honest. I haven't seen a Star Wars movie in theaters since Phantom Menace.
Yeah, you're not a theater person though, so it
I'm
doesn't-
I'm
you're-
not really a Star Wars person. Even if a Mando movie came out and I fuck with Pedro Pascal, still not gonna see it in theaters.
Yeah, and
Just meh.
that is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it hits
Is it
Disney.
going to be a theater movie?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
It's gonna be a theater movie. Yep. The Mandalorian and Grogu or some shit like that is
Something
called.
like that, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'll go to watch it in the theater. But yeah, I mean, yeah, for a Rey movie, not sure. I probably not. Probably not, unless the trailer like really wows me.
Yeah. I would be more excited to see it on Disney Plus, not
Yeah,
even
if
as
it's
a full film. Like I would like a
4-part series.
3-part
3-part
like
series.
a very tight miniseries or an extended one episode, like a hour and 35 minute, hour and 35 minute episode that just showed